Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Shannon and this is my new channel about Magic the Gathering. I really love the game and it totally does not fit on my channel about workout clothes. So, hello, new person. Today I want to talk to you about something that you've definitely heard about unless you're living under a rock, and I wouldn't blame you given what's going on right now. So if you are living under a rock, hello there. It's really not safe to come out yet. So anyways, I'm sure you guys all know, if you clicked on this video, about there's no superlative that is great enough to describe the astronomical, ridiculous price on these products. I knew they were going to be expensive, but I did not think that the Fetchlands secret lair drop from Wizards would be $350 to $450, which is what I'm seeing it being sold for right now. I already thought the 165-ish that Blake had quoted was ridiculous, considering that they're just little pieces of cardboard with words and colors printed on them. I can make those at home for about 10 cents, and I just really don't understand. It takes a lot of audacity, to put it mildly, to think that you can charge that much. But I bought one anyway. I think it's ridiculous. I do. I think it's a ridiculous price. So you get like 5 of these things, or I guess I get like 5 of them. Yay! Basically, I was looking into buying like the Fetchlands anyways, because I feel like you kind of need them to play, like, say, at like a more competitive level. I'm not trying to like play at a competitive level. I just want to have like a really nicely optimized deck, and I think that these will assist in doing that. Not that I think that you definitely need them, but a lot of formats seem to call for them as like auto includes. If you own this card, you should definitely include that. So I was like, I kind of wanted these for a long time, and I looked at the prices online and I was like, oh, it's like $250-ish for like light played, moderate played kind of ones. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, they're brand new, and I like that. I like shiny new things. Have you seen my other channel? I like shiny new things. So I was like, all right, well, I have some fun money left in my fun money account, so I'm going to get these. And I absolutely think it's ridiculous. I really hope that they change their philosophy. The idea that they are not doing massive reprints to prevent bad actors, it doesn't make any sense at all, because what's actually going on is what they said that they're trying to prevent, which is people just, they're going to buy it, they're going to flip them, and they're going to make a tidy little profit, which is like what they view as a bad actor. I don't see how not printing a million of these is preventing that behavior. It's not. It's not. So I really hope that they change their philosophy and they print these into oblivion and they go to 10 cents a card or whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not buying these because I'm like, oh, I'm going to resell them. I'm buying them to play with them, and if that's what they cost, that's what they cost right now. I don't care. I'm never selling them, so it's not going to affect me whatsoever. If, like, it's with the exception of the fact that this is what they cost right now. But which sucks. Like, I wish they were 10 cents a card. That would be nice. But if I can't get them for 10 cents a card, one day, hopefully, they change their philosophy and you can get them for 10 cents a card. I really do. I genuinely hope that. So, without further ado, I do want to react to, it's funny because this situation is so controversial that it brought Unsleeved Media back. And I watch his videos on the quartering. I think he's funny, and he does not disappoint. So I want to react to what he said, though.
Seriously, Wizards, fuck you. In the strongest possible terms, fuck you. If you buy this product, fuck you too. You're a huge reason the problem is as bad as it is.
So obviously he's expressing his displeasure with Wizards of the Coast reprinting these in a literally not meaningful way whatsoever. What they're doing is not helping. So clearly he also has expressed his displeasure with people like me who are buying them and saying that we are part of the problem. I don't necessarily think that we're part of the problem. I think that the people that are just like buying them just to resell them are definitely a part of the problem because they're constraining the supply. Unfortunately, what I'm doing probably does act as that as well, but I am going to be playing with these and I have zero intention of reselling them. I just wanted a copy, and I like shiny new things. It's really unfortunate that I actually have to pay that much just to get these things that I want. But I don't work for Wizards, and I can't, make their decisions for them. So
Wizards of the Coast taking advantage of the secondary market, which they totally can't recognize.
Okay, so that's actually a really good point, and that actually comes from, I believe it comes from a decision that was made about baseball cards and about how the value of baseball cards was, this is like a decision from like 1970 something. Planet Money actually did a podcast about this that I found really interesting, and I think this is why Wizards can't officially recognize the secondary market, is because then it's almost like they're encouraging like a gambling type scenario where they're saying, oh, well, this card is worth this much and this card is worth this much, and we're like, it's kind of illegal. So, just a little bit illegal. So they are not legally allowed really to acknowledge the secondary market, even though they know it exists. And Blake actually said something about them having economists in their employ. And so the fact that the economists knew that the market could bear this pricing structure, to me indicates that they are aware of the secondary market. So I'm curious as to like if there's any like documentation about them. Yes, we know how much the Fetchlands are worth, and we're pricing our product to reflect the value that we know that these cards fetch on the secondary market. So I think that legally they're not allowed to recognize the secondary market. I don't understand why they would price this secret layer at such a high markup compared to other secret layers with the same number of cards.
Charging $450 fucking dollars for reprints.
It was $350 at Star City Games, so I got a hella good deal.
Are you fucking kidding me? Wizards of the Coast, you greedy fucks. I can't wait until you go out of business.
So again, he expresses his displeasure. And I can't disagree with him. I think he's 100% right. Like, they shouldn't cost this much. There's no reason why they should cost this much, and yet they've sold out. So they've sold out on, at least Star City Games is sold out. I just wanted to react to him because like he came out to his channel for the first time in, I don't know, like 2 years or something. And everybody's like excited to have him back. But I'm kind of glad it took this kind of spectacle really to get him out of the woodwork. But anyways, it's pretty upsetting to be honest with you. But I also wanted to talk about some of the stuff I saw on Twitter because people are just going crazy about it, and I love some of the stuff that people are saying. So Infinite Fairies on Twitter says, I hope whoever gives Wizards $350 for these cards literally chokes on them. So I hope so too. I'm just kidding. That's terrible. So you don't care about the new art. But some people are, and if enough of those people pay this price, this is the price it will be sold at. And even if SCG decided to sell it for less, this product would be sold out instantly and flipped on eBay for more. And that's the exact thing that I think that's happening now. I think people are buying it for $350 and they're going to sell it for $450 on eBay and make their, after taxes and fees, $40. Okay, I mean, whatever. So Joshua Price says, because it was never intended to be a cheap way to get Fetchlands, everyone just wanted to convince themselves that it would be. I like that because like I do think that some people thought that this would be a meaningful reprint, which sucks. Like I really wish it had been. But it was just never intended to be that. Like Wizards was like their philosophy is not how can we get just I can't. But you know what I'm saying. We just care so much. We care. How can we get these cards to these people? How can we get them the cards that they need? It's just not the way it is. Somebody's quoting Tolarian about 165. Okay, so this is another thing. So some Kyle McGee, yes, I can pronounce his name. Okay, says, yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Why would I buy this product if for the 5 Fetchlands in the product I could buy for cheaper than the supposed $70 a piece they're valuing them at? And I think they were about $250, like if you bought them on eBay or something. And I was wondering the same thing. And I was like, literally, like, I think this product's going to go down in value. My opinion, I think it's going to go down to 200. But everybody that I talked to before I made this purchase, they were like, no, it's going to go up. And I think part of it is going to be the unique artwork. And then part of it is, like, I guess the rarity of the cards themselves. Like, if they never, ever do a meaningful reprint, which, again, I want them to, then you know, they probably will increase in value. I'm visibly, I'm visibly sickened by that. Like my posture just went, ugh. I felt that. I was like, oh my god. Anyways, it's upsetting to me too because I don't want to have to pay this, but I don't want other people to not be able to play with the cards because they can't afford them. That's what bothers me. It's great that like, oh, anyways, it bothers me so much. It's great that I get to play with them, but what about the other person that can't afford the fucking $350? Oh, God. This pisses me off. I was gonna try to not swear in this video so bad. Like, oh, I don't like, I don't want to swear in my videos. I really don't, but like, that just makes me so angry. Somebody actually pulled the prices, and it was $230 on TCG Player for all of them. Right? Supreme Burrito Kamal, thank you for going ahead and pulling all the prices. And then Wade Wode, okay, Jello Moose MTG. And then Jello Moose MTG replied, and he said, this seems a bit misleading given you didn't pull the prices for the secret layer alt art versions. Scalding Tarn alone looks to be going for $115 on TCG Player. Not trying to be an SCG apologist, but their price actually looks lower than what they have sold for on eBay already. Now, I think that that's an initial bump. I think that Scalding Tarn price for $115, I actually think that's going to go down to whatever the average for a Scalding Tarn is right now. What a silly name, Scalding Tarn. But I think it's going to go down from that initial because it'll have when new cards get released. There's all this demand for them. There's a lot of hype. It goes up. It'll come back down. I do think that. So, but I do think his point is fair as well. I think his point about what's on SCG right now is lower than what I've seen selling on eBay as well. So, you know, they both have good points. Kendall Erickson says, that doesn't make this level of gouging anywhere near okay for a format staple in desperate need of reprint. That's what I'm saying. It's a format staple, and it is in desperate need of reprint, and in no way is this pricing remotely okay. Okay, and then somebody else says, the art doesn't matter. The card still does the same thing no matter what the name is on the bottom left and the set symbol on it. The problem is these and so many other cards and their price tags lock people out of formats. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I need these to play the game, so I'm buying them. And I like the art. Like, you know, I can be a sucker for like pretty things, like I said, so I do like the art. But he's right. Like, it really shouldn't matter at the end of the day. Everything does the same thing. But the problem is that it does keep people out of the game, which is like the last thing that I, as a lover of the game, and I think everybody else would ever want, I mean. Then Mickey doesn't know says Fetchlands are just unattainable. Hashtag just play proxies. The prices on these pieces of cardboard are just not acceptable. And I agree on that last. The prices on these are not acceptable whatsoever. I am curious as to what you guys think about playing proxies. I guess I wouldn't mind. Like, if you were playing against me and you were like, yeah, I have proxies for these cards, I probably would not care. But I think that it depends on the play group. Like, what's your play group okay with? If your play group is not okay with proxies, then Blastar, that's how I'm pronouncing that, says, what? Price gouging with no MSRP? Inconceivable. And Majin Shinsa, birthday girl. The other layers have an MSRP because they were sold directly by Wizards. Look at other LGS products like FTV, which were often marked up. Turns out specialty products with a limited supply run are the issue. I think also just stores mark things up. Like, stores have upkeep costs and stuff like that. And I don't mind if my local LGS was marking these up, but it sucks that they were ever so expensive in the first place, and the prices on these wouldn't be possible if Wizards would just reprint these in a mass volume, which would be nice. Oh, Bazaar of MTG Dad says, I love how the only selling point on this version is the new art. Yet, Wizards of the Coast didn't even opt to do full art or extended art or anything for them to show it off. Overpriced, unhelpful reprint. I agree. It would have been nice to have like a full art or an extended art. That would have been really nice, actually. I think that really would have helped them stand out. Someone asked if they were foil, and yeah, they're not foil. I wouldn't have bought them if they were foil. I bought the OMG Kitties Secret Lair because it was so cute. And they're just so curled. Like, I tried to I'm so mad. I tried to crush them under a bunch of books, and it still didn't work to flatten them out. I don't know what I could do. Like, maybe iron them? Is that a thing? I don't know. How do you fix curled cards? Somebody tell me. CCO Brando says, wait, only $679,208 Canadian? That's less than I expected. What a bargain. And then Nathan replies, before tax. Meebo says, I miss MSRP. And then John M replies, you think MSRP would keep these lower? They would still be asking this high a price. And I think he's right. Greco says, it's almost like if they were never reprinted at all at that price point. And I couldn't agree more. It's basically like, well, you did nothing. Thank you. Try again later. Like, try again now, actually. Okay, Evan Gardner says, if this isn't bad behavior from sellers, then I don't know what is. Preach. The Sound of White Noise says, with that price, they are making a big statement. This product is for collectors and investors. This product is not meant for the regular Magic player. This is a very clear signal. I kind of agree with that to a certain extent. It just really sucks. Like, they should seriously do a mass reprint. I'm a regular Magic player, but I think it's excessive, and it's really unfortunate. I think, I don't know that these are even going to be played with. Like, I want people that are going to play with them to get their hands on them, and I think he may be right in that it's a product meant for collectors and investors, and people that would play with them, like me, are not going to get a hold of them. At Sarkhan himself says, so this is the price of MTG Secret Lair Ultimate Edition. The other is just buying those fetches in older printing from TCG player, is it worth it to pay over $100 for a fancy box? And that's kind of the same point that somebody else was making about how, like, if you just buy them individually, it's like $230, or you could pay $350 and get a fancy box. Like, Taz tweeted a conversation that he had with either, somebody who works for or owns a local gaming store, and he said, "Do you have the Secret Lair Fetchlands for pre-order?" And he says, "We will be taking pre-orders later this week. The cost will be $300 plus tax. Prepayment will be required." $300 for one Secret Lair? Correct. I'll pass. That is price gouging to another level. They're selling for $165 to $170 everywhere else. Sold out. I have yet to see that price. I guess I'll be taking my business elsewhere when you reopen as well. I understand businesses are hurting, but to ask nearly double of what other shops are charging is ridiculous. He says, "I'm sorry to hear that. It is reflective of the price we are being charged for it. Charging the $165 amount is just around $20 more than it costs us. If they are able to charge that little for it, I don't understand how. That would explain why they are sold out." And then he says, "So you'll profit $155. Got it." And then the retailer replies, "In retail, that is standard margin on items." And he's actually right. Retail at least doubles the price of things usually, if not triple or quadruples it, or more. Like, it's... I just wanted to sort of comment on the commentary, I guess, of what's going on as somebody who both finds this egregious and has purchased the product. So I have like a dog in the fight, I guess, in both ways, like in the way that I am a Magic player and in the way that I have just spent money on this item, which I will unbox on this channel. Unless like I get a bunch of comments that are very angry, in which case I'll just actually not do that. So yeah. Anyways, let me know what you think. My opinion is, if you can afford it and you want it, just get it if it makes you happy, and preferably play with them and don't resell them. So anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. I hope you like this video. If you do and you like Magic, I'm going to be doing unboxings on this channel and stuff like that. That's just like my thing. So feel free to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye.